shop opened 2 years past March, but I had a shop in Brampton before this, and I had another shop in Stanwix before that, so this is the third shop I've had. My brother had been made redundant about 6 years ago, and he decided to open a shop in Stanwix, which my dad owned. He opened up there, and then he was offered another job. So he said he was going to close the shop, and I said, well, you can't close. It was November. I said, you can't close. That's your peak time of the year. I'll run it in December for you, and here I am. We stock different things. We stock local things that people make themselves. We stock, I hope, a real eclectic mix of different stuff that you can't get anywhere else. I think that's what we can offer, you know, as opposed to a lot of the big high street shops. You know, I can gift wrap things for people, you know, if they're buying bigger things, you know, we can deliver them to the house, you know, and it's, you know, it's nice to help people choose gifts for christenings, for weddings, you know, birthday presents and things like that. People say to me, you know, you've got a great job, you know, you're surrounded by all these lovely things, and you get to choose lots of nice things, and I do, and I get lots of lovely customers in here as well.
1978 when we started. I came home one day from school, and Gwenda, my wife, said, I've been to auction, I've got some books, and I'm going to sell some of your books. And so we loaded all the boxes in the back of the car, and I had the two boys, they were 2 and 4. I was just one of those little Morris Thousands, you know, and we drove along to Whitehaven Market for the day. We didn't have a stall, but I left her there with some orange boxes and the books. And when I came home came back to collect her at the end of the day, she'd made more in the day selling books on the market stall than I made in a day as teaching. So that settled it for us. And then, about 15 years ago, we bought the whole building. So now we've got 35 rooms of books, 300,000 books, more than anyone else in the country, I fancy. Certainly as a bookshop rather than a sort of warehouse kind of place. And we get people coming from all over. Day by day and week by week, we seem to accumulate vast numbers of books and hope to make a really interesting selection from people. Everything from all the everyday paperbacks like we've got here. I guess we've got 10,000 more paperbacks, to very rare and antique books. We've got some that are 500 years old or more. Lovely range of leather-bound books, a lot of very specialist, curious things of all sorts. It's just really, really interesting thing to be doing. And they ran all the nationalised pubs from here, so we thought it'd be a good idea if our cafe also became a museum for the state management scheme. So, watch this space. 3 months' time, we'll have our museum and cafe open.
Hello, my name's Kevin, and we've been in the antique centre just over a year now, me and my wife Sandra, and we find it to be a great success. We just try to get better and better stuff all the time. The centre's been perfect for us. It's helped us to move our business forward. Quite often there's a lot of social history involved, which I find that very interesting. A lot of old antiques have a story to tell. Sometimes the story gets lost, sometimes the story is still with the antique. John Ross and his son as a business kicked off in 1865,
and we'll probably call Glover's Road, which is near the town hall. In fact, there's a picture on the wall of Glover's Road there. That got knocked down in 1897, and that's when John Watt moved his grocery shop into these premises. The grocery shop came into a bit of a problem in the early 80s when we opened the Lane Shopping Centre. And at the time we took a quite clever decision to turn it into a 5 coffee shop, or 5 cafe in those days, and retain the coffee roasting and the tea brewing. We roast on the premises, so our coffee is retailed out or wholesaled out within a day or two of being roasted to 100% fresh. Coffees, we've only got 33 different coffees as against the 56 different teas that we do. Kenya, Colombia, Indonesia. So we also do our own blends for specific to us. There are different blends and different levels of roasting, and that's why we get the individuality. That's only changed since 1983, and we ain't going to change it now.
We were looking for a place where to do this kind of business, and we thought the market would be really, really good because usually the market is really busy, so a bit cheaper the rent and the market is really busy. And a friend in Newcastle, that's why I came. I just wanted to have a different experience. I wanted to learn new language, that's why I came to England. A new experience.
I came for the same reason. To the experience, learn English, and then eventually come back. I think I don't want to come back.
And now we got little Lorenzo, beautiful boy. This actually is a sleeper.
Dress fabrics mainly, all different sort of types, you know, dance, fancy dress, a little bit of soft furnishings and a little bit of haberdashery. I sell dress patterns as well, so that enhances the dressmakers that can come and buy a pattern and get the fabric. And yeah, it's definitely increasing, you know, the amount of people that do dressmaking. They seem to be returning to it. And then you have the younger generation that want to learn, which is nice, you know, young girls wanting to dressmake. Fabric stall, I mean, it is the only one that's in Carlisle that sells dressmaking fabric, and also there's a wide catchment of customers that come from west, sort of Whitehaven, Workington area, and also from Scotland and the borders, you know, Hawick, Dumfries.
I'm Amy and I'm the owner's daughter and I work here. It's mostly a bit quirky gifts and a few bits and bobs, but it's mostly foods and gifts for people. We try and be as local as possible, so a lot of it's from Cumbria, and we try and continue to get like different people to give different stuff in, so yeah. It's just trying to make it different but still make it feel like it's Cumbrian at the same time. Yeah, they do come in and they check and they have a look around and just see what else is going on. And I think it gives them ideas of what they can do, as well as maybe, because some of them, they all know each other, like the local crafters, so they'll say, oh well, this person's really nice stuff and this person's really nice stuff, so it sort of gets the word out about their friends, and it brings us more business as well, so we can't complain.
It was already called Foxes when we took it over. Yeah, the two previous owners, that was their surname. We thought it was a cool name, thought we had some good imagery with it, so we thought we'd just stick with it and make it our own. The first couple of years, just getting stuck in, trying to learn how to work in a cafe properly, and then from there just really got more effective, picked that focus point, which is coffee, and getting there we've got a good, steady, basic, good team that helps us along through it. Each bring their own little thing. Every time we get someone new, we want a little bit more energy from them, create something different. We've just got a new chef, so he's going to do some new things. But yeah, we're getting a good solid team, got good regular customers, and it just feels, people are saying it feels like a proper business now. When we first run it, it was just a bit mental, we didn't really know what we were doing, we were figuring it out, but it's starting to feel more proper, doing its own little thing, and it's got its own kind of image, its own kind of clients, and it kind of makes sense now more than it did. And then make it more than just working in the cafe, we want to make it something where you can just be your own person and develop different ideas and push things and see it work and then see some benefit back from it. So that's what we try to create, more than that, more than just a cafe job.
Dylan. Full name? Dylan Sewell. I feel like James Bond. Originally it was a surf, skate, street, snow, so it encompassed all of the sports. We didn't want to change the name, even though we've dropped some of the S's. I was a student at the university, and as one of my final projects I created a new logo for this shop, because I really wanted them to take one. It was time they updated it. I wanted a job, so I showed him the logo I designed, and he was like, yeah, great, that's great, we'll use it. And I dug my heels in and said, yeah, you can use it, but only if you give me a job. This company's a UK company from Leeds. This is the freshest drop of their boards. And yeah, like I said, we know the guys, they're friends of ours. It's not coming from someone you don't know, you don't trust. These are close to home, and that's what it's about. Like I say, it helps you form a bond with the brand, with the product. It started just a logo t-shirt, and we thought it's going to be nice because it is marketing. It's telling people about us, and it makes people inquisitive because they might not have seen that logo before. And then after that, people just start coming in, and then we'd sell out, and we'd still have people coming in, but we had to apologise, and they had to wait till the next drop. We're just local guys doing every single thing from scratch, and there's just the two of us. It's much bigger than just us, but collectively we've created something that is up and is running and is getting well received. It's paying off, all the hard work. Sometimes I feel detached from it because it's natural what I do. I just keep doing it.